Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à Learn French by Suchita. Je m'appelle Suchita, votre enseignante de la langue française, and I welcome you to a new 5-day series where you will master the most commonly used French verbs along with their suitable prepositions. Before we begin with this video, I would like to introduce you to my website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com, where you will find recorded courses for all your French language needs. We have courses for DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, TEF TCF recorded course, French phonetics as well. We have special courses for our school students ranging from grade 5 to grade 8. We also have courses for university students who are enrolled in certificate course or diploma course in Delhi University. And finally, we also have courses for our school students who are aiming to appear for their DELF Prem or DELF Junior examinations. So hurry up and check it out. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. And in every video, I am going to introduce you to 5 new French verbs along with their suitable grammatical constructions. This is one of the most common errors that I have seen while correcting the write-ups of the students. So I thought, why not record a video on this topic? Before you watch this video, make sure you have watched day 1 and day 2 of this series. If you have not watched, I'm dropping the link in the card above. You can watch those videos and then come back here again. I would also like to tell that this video is just a small portion of our learning program. So if you're looking for a complete French learning program, you can visit our website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com and you will find the link in the description box below. So let's just start with the video, and this video is day 3. All right, so the 11th verb that we have to do is the verb décider. Décider. Décider, it's a regular ER verb, which means to decide. If you do not know how do you conjugate the regular ER verbs, I'm dropping the link in the card above. You can watch that video and then come back here again. All right, so the verb is décider. The first construction possible is décider quelque chose. Décider quelque chose, to decide something. Now here, after the verb décider, you have something. That means you have a noun. All right, so after the verb décider, if you have a noun, you do not add any preposition in between. Par exemple, le président a décidé la dissolution de l'Assemblée nationale. That means le président, the president, a décidé. I have conjugated the verb décider in passé composé in the past tense. And if you see after the verb décider, you have la dissolution, and that's a noun. Quelque chose, something. So that means the president has decided the dissolution of the National Assembly. Now, la dissolution, that is quelque chose. That's a noun. So after the verb décider, if you have something, then you do not add any preposition in between. Let's move on to the next construction, and that is décider plus la préposition de plus verbe à l'infinitif. Now, after the verb décider, if you have the verb in the infinitive form, you will add the preposition de in between. Par exemple, j'ai décidé de partir en vacances en France. So that means I decided to leave on vacations in France. Now, I decided. The verb is decided. I have conjugated that verb in passé composé. J'ai décidé. And then I decided to leave. Now, to leave is another verb, the verb in the infinitive form. The verb is partir. Again, so after the verb décider, you have the verb in the infinitive form. You have to add the preposition de in between. You will say, j'ai décidé de partir en vacances en France. That means I decided to leave on vacations in France. So we have learned 2 grammatical constructions over here. Décider plus quelque chose et décider plus de plus le verbe à l'infinitif. Let's move on to our 12th verb, and the verb is acheter. Acheter, which means to buy. Again, it's an ER verb. First construction possible is acheter quelque chose. Now, after the verb acheter, if you have something, quelque chose, if you have a noun, then you do not add any preposition in between. Par exemple, j'ai acheté un livre. I bought a book. Now, the verb is to buy, but I've conjugated that verb in passé composé. So it becomes j'ai acheté un livre. Now, un livre, that's quelque chose, something, that's a noun. So after the verb acheter, you have something. You will not add any preposition in between. J'ai acheté un livre. I bought a book. Let's move on to the next construction, that is acheter quelque chose à quelqu'un. To buy something to someone. Par exemple, j'ai acheté un livre. This we did in the previous slide. I bought a book, buying something to someone, as in for someone. J'ai acheté un livre à Mac. J'ai acheté un livre à Mac. Now, un livre, that's quelque chose, something, and someone is Mac. So you see, if you have quelque chose, something, after the verb acheter, you will not add anything. But if you're buying it for someone, in that case, you will write the preposition à in between. So, j'ai acheté un livre à Mac. Acheter quelque chose à quelqu'un. Buying something to someone or buying something for someone. Let's move on to our 13th verb, and the verb is apprendre. Apprendre. Apprendre, that's a third group verb. That's a totally irregular verb, which means to learn. Now, the first construction possible is apprendre quelque chose. To learn something. You should have a noun after the verb apprendre. If you have quelque chose after the verb apprendre, you do not add any preposition in between. Par exemple, il apprend l'anglais. He learns or he is learning English. So English, that's something. Quelque chose, that's a noun. So you do not add any preposition in between apprendre and anglais. Il apprend l'anglais. He learns or he is learning English. Let's move on to our next construction, and that is apprendre quelque chose à quelqu'un. Here the meaning of apprendre changes a bit. It actually would mean to teach something to someone. To teach something to someone, as in to make somebody learn something. So in this case, par exemple, Lucie apprend l'anglais à son fils. That means Lucie makes her son learn English. Or else you can translate it into Lucie teaches English to her son. So apprendre quelque chose, teaching English to somebody. Now, her son is somebody, that's a person. So you say à son fils. Apprendre quelque chose à quelqu'un. Apprendre l'anglais à son fils. Lucie apprend l'anglais à son fils. Lucie teaches English to her son. Okay, I can give a similar example. For example, I teach French to my students. So I can say, j'apprends le français à mes étudiants. Apprendre le français à mes étudiants. So teaching something to someone. Apprendre quelque chose à quelqu'un. Let's move on to our next construction, and that is apprendre quelque chose de quelqu'un. Learning something from someone. In the previous construction, it was teaching something to someone, and here it means learning something from someone. So I taught you in the previous slide, Lucy teaches English to her son. Now, I can also say her son learns English from Lucy. So how would I say that? Il, as in the son, I'm using it for the son, apprend l'anglais de Lucie. Now, l'anglais is something, quelque chose, from someone. From is the, and quelqu'un over here is Lucie. So it changes into il apprend l'anglais de Lucie. He learns English from Lucie. So either you say apprendre quelque chose à quelqu'un, that would mean to teach something to someone. And if you say apprendre quelque chose de quelqu'un, then it would mean to learn something from someone. Il apprend l'anglais de Lucie. That means he learns English from Lucie. Let's move on to our next construction, and that is apprendre plus la préposition à plus le verbe à l'infinitif. Now, after the verb apprendre, if you have the verb in the infinitive form, in that case, you add the preposition à in between. For example, il a appris à prononcer correctement. Now, you see, the verb is apprendre. I have conjugated that verb in passé composé. Il a appris. And then the next verb is there in the infinitive form. And the verb is prononcer. It's a regular ER verb. It means to pronounce. So, he has learned to pronounce correctly. So, after the verb learn, you have the verb in the infinitive form. You will have to add the preposition à in between. Il a appris à prononcer correctement. He has learned to pronounce correctly. Il a appris à prononcer correctement. So we have learned 4 constructions. The first one, apprendre quelque chose, learning something. Apprendre quelque chose à quelqu'un, to teach something to somebody. Apprendre quelque chose de quelqu'un, to learn something from somebody. And fourth construction is apprendre plus la préposition à plus le verbe à l'infinitif. That means after the verb apprendre, if you have the verb in the infinitive form, you will add the preposition à in between. Let's move on to our next verb, that is the 14th verb. The verb is arrêter. Arrêter. Arrêter, that's a normal ER verb. That's a regular ER verb, which means to stop. So the construction is arrêter quelque chose. To stop something. So after the verb arrêter, if you have something, if you have a noun, then in that case, you will not add any preposition in between. Par exemple, Claude arrête ses études cette année. Claude stops her studies this year. Now, her studies, that's actually a noun. That's something. So after the verb arrêter, if you have something, you will not add any preposition. Claude arrête ses études cette année. Claude stops her studies this year. Let's move on to our next construction, and that is arrêter quelqu'un. Now, after arrêter, if you have somebody, again, you have a noun, but you don't have something, you have somebody. In that case also, you will not add any preposition in between. Par exemple, la police a arrêté un voleur. The police stopped a thief. Now here the verb is to stop only, but I've conjugated that verb in passé composé in the past tense. And after that, if you observe, you have a voleur. That means a thief. That's a person. So after the verb arrêter, if you have somebody or someone, then also you do not add any preposition in between. La police a arrêté un voleur. The police stopped a thief. Let's move on to our next construction, and that is arrêter plus la préposition de plus le verbe à l'infinitif. That means the verb arrêter followed by the preposition de followed by the verb in the infinitive form. So if after the verb arrêter you have the verb in the infinitive form, you will add the preposition de in between. Par exemple, je suis fatigué. I am tired. J'arrête de travailler. I stop working. Now, j'arrête. This is the verb arrêter. And after that, I have the verb in the infinitive form. The verb is travailler. That's a regular ER verb. So after the verb arrêter, if you have the verb in the infinitive form, you will add the preposition de in between. Je suis fatigué. J'arrête de travailler. I am tired. I stop working. J'arrête de travailler. Let's move on to the last verb of our day 3 video, and that is the verb ressembler. Ressembler. Ressembler, that's a regular ER verb that means to resemble. Now, let me give you an example in English. In English, if I want to say I resemble, I would say I resemble my mother. So it's simple, I resemble my mother. After the verb resemble, you directly have my mother. But in French, after the verb ressembler, if you have someone or something, if you have quelqu'un or quelque chose, you will have to add the preposition à in between. So if you want to say I resemble my mother, in French, you will say je ressemble à ma mère. So you will not say je ressemble ma mère, but you will say je ressemble à ma mère. You will have to add the preposition à in between if the verb ressembler is followed by someone or something. Now that's it for day 3 video. I would really like that whatever I have taught in this video, you can choose any verb and you can make the sentences using different grammatical constructions and mention them in the comment section below. I am going to personally correct all your sentences. And if you like this video, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for daily updates and reminders, do not forget to hit the bell icon. And I will see you soon with the next video. Till then, au revoir, à bientôt et bisous bisous.